I'm Rocio River-Rock and I'm a naturalist here at Middle Harbor Shoreline Park. And today we're going to take a closer look at how we're connected to the world through items that we wear, eat, and buy. Let's take a closer look at the Port of Oakland right here in West Oakland. Middle Harbor is a place where wildlife and world trade meet. On one side, you can hear all the noises of world trade. Machinery, trucks, sometimes even loud beeps. And on the other, you can hear songbirds and peeps from shorebirds. Listen. The Port of Oakland is the port of firsts. We're the first port to containerize our items into those large cargo containers. And also, ships similar to this actually plug in and use land power instead of burning off oil, which can lower emissions and lower the amount of carbon that's released into the atmosphere. These colorful containers have items that you and I wear, eat, and buy. What you're seeing behind me is processes going on at the port of large cargo containers being offloaded from a ship that just came into the harbor while simultaneously being loaded with other cargoes. As you can see, the tiny little box with the glass, there's a crane operator in there, a longshoreman, and their job is to offload the cargo containers as efficiently as possible so that this ship can be on its way. At the same time that these cargo containers are being offloaded from the ship, other containers are being loaded onto the ship so that they can be exported. Here at the Port of Oakland, many of the items that we export are raw materials. Let's take wool for an example. Wool comes from sheep. That raw material is exported to another country, which is then created into yarn. Once it's created into yarn, that material can be used to make a product, like a sweater. And this finished product is imported back to Oakland where it's sold. Let's take a look at another example of raw materials. Here we have cotton. Cotton comes from a plant. We export this cotton to another country where it's made woven into denim. Once it's woven into denim, it's then dyed blue, which is ready to make into jeans. These jeans are then imported back to the Port of Oakland, where it's sold. So today we've been talking about how we are connected to the rest of the world through our food, what we wear, and what we buy. And so I found something in my pantry that's from India. So it was exported from the port of Mumbai and it made its way past through the Pacific Ocean to the Port of Oakland right here in my pantry. Your assignment is to go around your house in your pantry or your closet and find items and see where the country of origin, meaning where they came from. These are a couple of things that I found, and here I see this shirt is from Honduras. It looks like it traveled from Honduras over to the West Coast. This tea, rooibos tea, from South Africa, came from South Africa all the way to the Pacific here in Oakland. This soy sauce, wow, traveled all the way from China, across the Pacific, back over to Oakland. And these coffee beans are from Guatemala. So they traveled from Guatemala over to Oakland. And this curry that I found in my pantry came from India. So it traveled from India across the Pacific over to Oakland. So your activity is to find items in your pantry or your closet and see where they came from, the origin country. Find it on a map if you can, and if you don't have a map at home, you can always Google it. We invite you to come down to Middle Harbor Shoreline Park to experience the hustle and bustle of world trade. You can see cargo ships, trucks, large cranes, tugboats, and even wildlife that all come together here at this park. Make sure to step out into nature and step into your connection to all things.